I wanted to go a little bit into some of the tactics that were deployed in these campaigns and some of the tactics we see emerging. So some of these emerging trends of things that you might want to do more of when you move away from less effective channels. Firstly, to give yourself the luxury of time and to plan to be always on. To look at using search, but a very specific set of terms that only children's social workers are likely to be typing in. Also, to not necessarily always start from scratch. With tight budgets, there is the opportunity to license creative, which I'll go into in a little bit more detail. I'm going to explain something called audience building, which is basically remarketing. The use of the council estate. Your councils are the biggest media owners in their areas, but they very rarely act like it. So bringing that idea in to reduce cost per quality application is also very important. And that thing that Emma's referred to and Jav has referred to, that light touch user experience, making it really easy for someone to leave a small amount of information and then get someone to call them and speak back to them. So just looking at always on, because you have a small pool, you want to be in front of and putting these wonderful messages and creatives in front of actually quite a small number of people over a long period of time. So when you plan, too little, too late for 2 weeks is not the way to go. We want to go much more towards always on, and this problem isn't going to go away. So that approach is absolutely key. We've co-created with agency and in-house social workers, children's social workers, an array of terms which are highly likely to indicate someone is a children's social worker online. So we can then, when they type those terms in, put ads in front of them that bring them through to whatever landing page you brought together. And then as those run over time, you can see which ads are working and the kind of volume. So it's a very interesting way of intercepting people who are existing children's social workers and nudging them towards you. Another key point around this is just because someone lands and looks once, most traffic bounces. And so it's very important to use this kind of technology, remarketing technology, which you've probably experienced when you look at something online and then you see that thing popping up on news sites, on social sites and so on. When someone clicks on an ad and lands, maybe from search, we could then take those wonderful assets that Alive and Achieving for Children and Stoke-on-Trent had co-created and put the videos, the stories, the thing that really helps enhance people's view of the brand, the employer brand, and the people they might be getting to work with, and that is absolutely critical and a very, very low cost activity to do, which really enhances the impact of campaigns. Thinking of council channels, the council websites often have jobs boards and are very, very useful places to target a whole array of campaigns, but also there are assets hosted on council websites which are really useful for remarketing to, but also placing display advertising on. We often get asked to buy bus backs and out of home and things like that, and we do, but the chances of them being in front of a qualified social worker are relatively low. So you want to invest as little as possible in the kind of awareness level at the top of the funnel, but get it for free using the council estate, web, email, and out of home. So that's something really, really to think about and use. And with an always on campaign, the chances of this happening frequently increase. Now, another core approach to ensure that you've got more budget to run always on campaigns is to use creative licensing. Now, we've had agreement from Stoke-on-Trent City Council that this very successful campaign can be repurposed by Alive for your location, and that means that the cost to you would be about 1/10 of what it costs to start from scratch. So if you're interested in using these trialed and proven creatives in your area for your campaign, you can do that, and that will reduce the amount that is invested in developing your creative assets and free up more budget potentially for having an always on campaign.